From the National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA. This is NITDA Impact, your guide to a digital Nigeria.
Tony Wagner, in his 2008 book, The Global Achievement Gap, describes 7 survival skills that are deliverable by the 21st century learning. These skills are clearly associated with sustainable development and how society and business have evolved with incorporation of ICT in every aspect of their operations. On today's episode, we're looking at how critical are NITDA's ICT interventions in secondary schools around Nigeria. I am Edidion Frank, and this is NITDA Impact.
This is NITDA Impact, your guide to a digital Nigeria.
You can be a part of this program by logging on to our website, www.nitda.gov.ng, or all our social media handles displayed right on your screens. Let's begin with what's making the news headlines this week. Startups to take advantage of Fourth Industrial Revolution. Minister unveils roadmap and action plan. NITDA's 7 strategic roadmaps revealed. Imo State Polytechnic joined a number of other institutions who received ICT centers from NITDA. Here's the news proper. The Vice President, Professor Yemi Osibanjo, has called on all startups to take advantage of the Fourth Industrial Revolution in order to achieve set goals and digital mandate. Professor Yemi Osibanjo said this at an event organized by Google for startups to showcase their skills. Juliet Dangiwa completes the report.
Nigeria's Vice President Professor Yemi Osibanjo said startup ecosystem is one of the veritable tools used in finding lasting solutions to Africa's numerous challenges. Represented by the Director General, National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, Malam Kashifu Inua Abdullahi, at an event organized by Google with the theme, The African Startup Ecosystem Opportunity. Professor Osibanjo says he is particularly excited because startups are a huge platform for innovators and entrepreneurs to push through ideas.
Finding solutions to those challenges will determine if the continent's future as the next frontier for economic opportunities will fully be realized.
Vice President Yemi Osibanjo said the third industrial revolution was necessary to global economy in the 21st century. Sadly, Nigeria missed out of it. The VP, however, urged Nigerians not to relent in taking full advantage of the fourth industrial revolution towards achieving economic growth, technological growth, as this is the only way to bridge the digital divide and removing barriers between developing countries and developed countries.
It's the most viable platform for innovators and entrepreneurs to take their ideas from inception to impact.
The startup ecosystem is dependent on 2 key factors, namely innovation capacity and entrepreneurial capacity. Both capacities will require funding, demand, and human capital to thrive. Juliet Dangiwa reporting for NITDA Impact.
The Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Issa Ali Pantami, has charged staff and management of NITDA to redouble their efforts towards achieving the mandate of the agency towards a digital Nigeria. The minister said this while unveiling a roadmap of the agency as it rounds up its 20th anniversary. Kinyose Wabuke is standing by with a report.
IT clearance, data regulation processes, and IT training for unserved and underserved communities should be NITDA's key focus towards the realization of the agency's strategic roadmap. This, the Honorable Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Dr. Issa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, believes will speed up the process of the administration's targets for a totally digital Nigeria. The minister was speaking at the unveiling of NITDA's Strategic Roadmap and Action Plan 2021 to 2024 in commemoration of the agency's 20th anniversary celebration.
The major areas that I want NITDA to focus more on, firstly, the area of IT project clearance. The journey so far has been very commendable. But when it comes to our surveillance, we need to increase more so that we will be able to fight corruption through reducing the price of IT projects being executed by the federal public institutions.
Dr. Pantami also urged the agency to ensure it carried out awareness campaign in order to reach other parts of the country with its policies. He commended the agency for the achievement recorded within 20 years of existence, while calling on the management and staff to redouble their efforts so the total digital Nigeria can be achieved within the shortest time.
Data under the federal government of Nigeria is 99.9% steward, because we have laws and policies in place that do not allow anyone to tamper with data. And also at the same time, if you look at the provision of the Constitution, it is also clearly stated. This is an area which I think we need to continue to create more awareness with regards to Nigeria data protection regulation and what is contained therein.
Some representatives of agencies lauded NITDA's achievements as they congratulated the agency for a remarkable achievement in 20 years.
It's never better time than now. That is why the digital economy is working, contributing about 18% of the GDP. It has never been there before.
NITDA has been ensuring the sustainability of operations at the e-government training center, a major output of the project. And this demonstrates in clear terms the dividends of a good and working partnership.
A few years that we have had the current DG, I think he has been able to done a lot of things for the ICT profession. Let's put our hands together for him.
The Honorable Minister and some dignitaries were on hand to cut the anniversary cake. King Yosewabuke reporting for NITDA Impact.
This is NITDA Impact, your guide to a digital Nigeria.
The Director General, National Information Technology Development Agency NITDA, Malam Kashifu Inu Abdullahi, has given the agency's new strategic roadmap for the agency. The 7 strategic pillars will help Nigeria to achieve the 4th Industrial Revolution. Abdullahi gave out these pillars at a lecture rounding off NITDA at 20 celebration. He equally said the 7 pillars are in line with the National Digital Economy Policy and Strategy for a Digital Nigeria. Again, King Yosewabuke has details.
In celebrating the growth and achievements of the National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, the agency organized a lecture with the theme Celebrating Growth and Resilience. The Director General of the agency, Malam Kashifu Inuwa Abdullahi, says there are 7 strategic pillars for the agency to unlock opportunities. The 7 strategic pillars include development regulation, digital literacy and skills, digital transformation, digital innovation and entrepreneurship, cybersecurity, emerging technologies, promotion of indigenous content. These roadmap will help the agency in hitting the ground running as it began another journey towards many more milestones.
We have realigned our activities in line with this new policy. So having said that, and now is the time to look at the purpose of our existence and reflect on the journey so far, as well as to unveil the next stage of the journey. That's why we are unveiling our new strategic roadmap in line with the National Digital Economy Policy for Digital Nigeria.
The anniversary lecture was delivered by Abdul Hakim Ajijola, and it reflected the agency's journey so far, challenges faced and conquered by NITDA to be the agency that everyone is proud of today.
History has shown us that at the beginning, NITDA, the precursor to NITDA, for those who are among the early staff, will tell you that money was a problem. So the lesson here, and I want to drop lessons as we are going along, an important takeaway for those, any of you here that might be fortunate to be involved at some point in your life in developing future policy strategies or roadmaps. Never assume money is available even for national priorities. Always ensure that a well thought through funding mechanism, they are in place and they are clearly articulated.
Ajijola recognized the efforts of the founding fathers in his lecture and gave special recognition as well as accolades to those who departed, saying their labor sacrifices will not go unnoticed.
Late Professor Gabriel Olalere Ajayi, the pioneer DG of NITDA, died in December 2004. From 2005 to 2013, Professor Cleopas Officer Angaye, whom some of us call the father of formalization, held sway. It was during his time that the NITDA Act actually came through. You have to understand, from 2001 to 2007, basically, NITDA was not a legal person. It was not entitled to National Assembly budgetary allocation. So this was part of the reason things were a bit difficult. But NITDA, however, survived and it flourished without any enabling legislation and budget.
High Point was unveiling of NITDA's strategic roadmap and action plan by the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami. With the agency's new roadmap, experts are of the opinion that NITDA's mandates and strategic plan are glaring for all and sundry. King Yosawabuke reporting for NITDA Impact.
Imo State Polytechnic is the latest beneficiary of the ongoing ICT intervention by NITDA. The agency has continued to impact schools and communities with its mandate of digitalizing the nation in accordance with President Muhammadu Buhari's National Digital Economy Policy and Strategy for a Digital Nigeria. The benefiting institution says the intervention couldn't have come at a better time. Sophia Ogezi has more.
The National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, has continued to fulfill its mandate of reaching every street, state of the Federation with her ICT intervention. The latest recipients are the Imo State Polytechnic. Speaking to NITDA Impact team during an inspection tour of the facility, the acting rector of Imo State Polytechnic, Obioma Chukwuma, said the intervention was timely as students in the state are in dire need of such intervention to help in their academic pursuit. Mr. Chukwuma said youths with potentials, innovative ideas will be able to easily develop their digital skills using the agency's intervention in line with President Muhammadu Buhari's digitization agenda of all sectors.
The infrastructure here will enhance teaching and learning in our institution. We pray that more of these projects will come our way so that more students will benefit. Getting to know how to use the computer, do their assignments, do their research, and be able to compete globally with other students.
Some of the staff of the Polytechnic lauded the initiative and pledged proper utilization of the intervention. They equally call on the present administration not to relent in ensuring the gesture goes around all the states of the Federation. That way, youths with innovative ideas can easily become employers of labor.
NITDA have done well on this by providing internet facility and equipment for students. It will help them in research work and equally enlighten the people living around on the digital economy.
It's a wonderful project because I could remember when I was in university, because I entered university in 2006. So I could remember how the system was as at that time. It was so hard to be able to access internet. But today, the students of today can be able to be proud to say yes, that they can be able to access internet with their phone. Now coming to the school, NITDA have been able to provide this digital economy center for them to make research, any kind of research they want to make, most especially in the progress of their academics. So it's a wonderful development.
The intervention include ICT equipment such as computers, generators, and other such equipment which will aid the youth's gradual transition to digital literacy. Sophia Ogezi, reporting for NITDA Impact.
This is NITDA Impact, your guide to a digital Nigeria.
Time flies when the best things in life are being unfolded. It has been 20 years since the creation of the National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, and these years have been thrilled with resounding success stories. Through the dedicated efforts and foresights of men and women committed to a digital Nigeria, the institution NITDA was built to grow the nation, her people, and her industries of the future. This is NITDA, Africa's biggest IT regulator. The agency is working to develop, regulate IT, and grow the nation into a sustainable digital economy with a mission to create an enabling environment where Nigerians develop, adopt, and derive value from digital technology, and currently running on the pillars covering all areas of the future and today's need for global relevance. Here's a hearty cheers to 20 years of successful impact and a promising tomorrow. NITDA, celebrating 20 years of growth and resilience.
Today's special report is on the question: how critical are NITDA's ICT interventions in secondary schools around Nigeria?
Tony Wagner, in his 2008 book, The Global Achievement Gap, describes 7 survival skills that are deliverable by 21st century learning. And they are critical thinking and problem solving, collaboration across networks and leading by influence, agility and adaptability, initiative and entrepreneurialism, effective oral and written communication, accessing and analyzing information, and curiosity and imagination. These skills are clearly associated with sustainable development and how society and business have evolved with incorporation of ICT in every aspect of their operations. It is expected that a person's earnings should increase by 10% on the average for every school year attended. This implies that education may help boost economies, extricate populations from poverty, and increase national GDP. In fact, over a period of just 40 years, a country with well-organized education and equal access for all can raise its gross domestic product, GDP, per capita by up to 23%. Today, the millions of devices which offer access to connectivity also offer access to knowledge. In some countries in the world, children are developing the technological skills that employers are looking for from a very tender age, and not just for employment purposes, but to develop the technologies and devices that can make our lives that much easier. WTO Director General Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala is of the opinion that there is a critical link between secondary education and economic growth, as having a significant mass of people with secondary education is fundamental to the shift of economic growth from labor-intensive to a knowledge-centric economy. Experts suggest that we now live in what is called a knowledge economy and suggest 4 distinct types: know what, know why, know how, and know who. In this knowledge economy, there is a growing demand for the latter 3 rather than the traditional knowledge derived from the know what category. Some secondary schools have transitioned to what is the typical learning to learn and inquiry-based learning, which are a departure from simple subject knowledge to higher level thinking in all subjects. The National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, is well aware of the level of pertinence of secondary education for the Nigerian citizenry. In fact, NITDA is so aware of the correlation between secondary education and the transitioning to a knowledge-centric digital economy that more than 65% of all ICT interventions it has embarked upon are specifically domiciled in secondary schools in about every state of the Federation. In the north-central zone of the country, interventions have been given to Mbanambe Secondary School, Kumban Mbatian Boko LGA, Benue State, Government Secondary School, Dedere Obi LGA, Nasarawa State, Government Secondary School Apo, FCT Abuja, Abdul Aziz Atta Government College, Okene, Kogi State, the Federal Government Academy, Suleja, Niger State, Foundation Integrated College, Doma LGA, Nasarawa State, GSS, Omwara, Irekpodun LGA, Kwara State, Government Secondary School, Kabwir, Plateau Central, Plateau State, are also among many more schools that have benefited. In the Southwest Zone, beneficiaries of the intervention include Comprehensive Secondary School, Ise Ekiti, Ekiti State, Ansaruddin Comprehensive Senior College, Ota Ogun State, Ifewara High School, Atakumosa LGA, Ifewara, Osun State. Also included are Igboho Comprehensive High School, Orelokpe LGA, Igboho, Oyo State, Community Grammar School, Femi Ayantuga Street off Adelabu, Surulere, Lagos State. Festac Girls Junior Secondary School, Festac Town, Lagos State, and scores of other secondary schools in that region. And in the Southeast region, Government Secondary School Owerri, Imo State, Government Technical College, Agwata LGA, Anambra State, Joyce Fen Odua Secondary School, Akili, Ozizi, Ogbatu, Anambra North, Anambra State, Ineato Secondary School, Omuniochi LGA, Abia State, St. Paul Secondary School, Eke, Enugu State, Amumara Secondary School, Ezinite LGA, Imo State, Egwena Girls Secondary, Abiriba Ohafia LGA, Abia State, and the Regina Passes Model Secondary School, Onitsha, Anambra State, also make the list. The Northwest has projects in Government Day Secondary School, Batagarawa, Katsina State, Government Senior Secondary School, Sandamu LGA, Katsina State, and Olive International Secondary School, number 1, Salio Road, Badiko, Kaduna State. Other beneficiaries in the zone are Government Secondary School, GSS Jakara, Kano State, Government Secondary School, Kware LGA, Sokoto State, GGDSS, Maru, Emir of Maru, Zamfara State, Almanar Academy, Ungwarimi, GRA, Megateri Secondary School, Megateri LGA, Jigawa State, among several others. In the Northeast, centers are located in Government Secondary School, Kirfi LGA, Bauchi, GGSS, Maiduguri, Musa Usman Secretariat, Maiduguri, Borno State, Government Senior Secondary School, Bu LGA, Borno State, Government Day Secondary School, Hashidu, Duku LGA, Gombe State, Government Unity College, Unguru, Yobe State, Government Day Secondary School, Yola, Adamawa State, Government Secondary School, FIQ, USA, LGA, Taraba State, Government Girls College, Potiskum, Yobe State, and many others too numerous to mention. The students of tomorrow need more than anything the ability to think creatively, the will to learn independently, adapt to new challenges, and innovate without stress. As the world of business and society continues to evolve, we are well aware that there is greater need for a mobile phone and other ICT devices than there is of pens and pencils, but schools are simply not evolving fast enough to meet the current trends of things. This is why NITDA is contributing ICT centers to secondary schools as they are a most critical education level in the lives of the citizenry. The digital ability of an individual is in itself a booster of economic and social growth of the nation, and NITDA is leaving no stone unturned in the race to reach every single Nigerian.
Up next are our tech tips for the week. Terror groups now use the TikTok app to incite violence and radicalize teenagers. Here's what to do to protect yourself and loved ones. 1. Ensure that your TikTok is private. Head over to Settings, then Privacy and Safety. Look for the Discoverability heading. Turn the private account option on to activate this feature. 2. Limit how other users interact with you by using the safety section of the privacy page. 3. Use restricted mode for children's accounts. Number 4. Activate restricted mode to prevent inappropriate content from appearing. And finally, number 5. Report videos, comments, and messages that are found to be derogatory and promote violence. On Innovation Hub today is Philips Everest with Upskill Network. Upskill Network provides professional digital skills training and IT support services to individuals, businesses, and institutions in Nigeria.
This is NITDA Impact, your guide to a digital Nigeria.
My name is Philips Everest. I'm the co-founder of Upskill Network, a digital skills learning community that supports rapid digital skill development across Nigeria and Africa at large. NITDA has really been a great instrument for us, both in finding collaborations for our various programs, as well as connecting us to various stakeholders who has been very helpful in both supporting and sponsoring some of our projects, especially those that are targeted at grassroots development. We believe in grassroots development, and also we believe in continuous learning. We believe in continuous learning. So we do so through different community outfits. Okay, we created communities at different levels in local cities as well as campuses. Okay, what we do in these various communities is that we inspire learning, collaboration, and growth. Because if we're going to get our people, get our society to embrace digital literacy, we'll have to find a way to make it part of our everyday life. The Girls Team project is one of our major social impact projects. Okay, and it's designed to support women, especially the girl child. We want to empower them with some of the most relevant, in-demand digital skills that are first easy to learn and are easily monetizable.
As the world of business and society continues to evolve, we are well aware that there is greater need for a mobile phone and other ICT devices than there is of pens and pencils, but the schools are simply not evolving fast enough to meet the current trends of things. This is why NITDA is contributing ICT centers to especially secondary schools, because they are most critical education level in the lives of the citizenry. The digital ability of an individual is in itself a booster of economic and social growth of the nation, and NITDA is leaving no stone unturned in the race to reach every single Nigerian. To learn more on how you can benefit from our activities, kindly log on to our website www.nitda.gov.ng or all our social media handles displayed right on your screens. Until we come your way next time, our special appreciation goes to the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Issa Ali Pantami, the Director General of NITDA, Malam Kashifu Inu Abdullahi, and the entire management and staff of NITDA for this program. I am Edidion Frank. Thanks for watching.